guys, Nash with the Tampa Drain Dudes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to burrow under a sidewalk. In our case, it's for a drainage system. We are setting up a sump pump tied into downspout system in the backyard, and we're gonna be pumping that system all the way out to the street. But to get to the street, we have to cross the notorious sidewalk. Now, I will say we're at a new subdivision in Wesley Chapel, and this ground is solid frickin' clay. So I can't promise you we're gonna have any kind of luck today, because this is super dense stuff. Sticks to the shovel, sticks to your shoes, sticks to everything, and it is hard to burrow out. Now there's tons of ways to get under a sidewalk or past the sidewalk. You can cut a channel, run your pipe through, and then re-pour that cement. You can use a jetting system. Basically, you grab a pressure washer and use that to hydrojet with a pipe all the way through. We actually have our own little system where we run 1.5 inches to a garden hose and just let that slowly burrow out. I'll go ahead and show you guys what that looks like real quick. That's this setup right here. So when the soil's not too terrible, we'll set up this guy right here. It's just 1.5 inch PVC with a threaded bit that we connect to a garden hose. It's not high pressured at all, but if you move it a little bit, poke it and spin it while you're going, it will burrow through. Another way you can do it is with an enlarged pipe. We're running 1.5 inch pipe through the sidewalk. So if we take a 2-inch pipe and slam that through there, we can clear that line out and run 1.5 inch pipe through that 2-inch. So I'm going to show you guys real quick the way we're doing today. Now, to do this cleanly, the best way to get started is just take a regular shovel. You can use one of these cutting shovels or just a regular standard shovel, and we're going to chop down about 1 foot wide on each side of this sod and just pull them up in pieces like that. You can also use a sod cutter if you want, but a shovel is fine. We like to throw all the dirt onto our tarps. So after we get that sod removed, you're going to take a 4-inch trencher or whatever size shovel is bigger than your pipe, and you're just going to trench a flat level line. Okay, this is for a PVC system. It's going to be pumped out, so we can go uphill even if we want. Does not matter. If you're doing a gravity system, you're still going to have to make sure you have slope. And the difficult part about that is when you're going under a sidewalk, you're going to be digging down from both sides of the sidewalk, and you're going to create a belly in the middle, which catches a lot of debris. So just be cautious of that whenever you are digging. The sidewalk's also a little bit wider than the standard sidewalks that we work with, so it's going to be a bit tricky. But so far what I've got is just dug under with a regular trencher shovel as far as we can on one side, which we're maybe 1.5 to 2 feet under. So we're about right there just with the trenching shovel alone. If we can do that on the other side and get the same result, we'll be about right here, which leaves us maybe another 1.5 feet in the center that we are actually going to have to put some sweat equity and burrow through. The way we're going to do that, the first attempt is just with this 2-inch pipe, and we're going to take a hammer to the end of it. I'm going to go ahead and get the solder removed on this side, equate it to that one, and show you guys once we get there. All right, guys, keep this in mind whenever you are doing this way. There's 100 other ways you can get under a sidewalk, but not everybody has a hydrojetting system or a ram bar and stuff like that to get through. This is just being done with some standard shovels and some PVC pipe, so you can do it as a DIYer on the cheap. It's simple. That does not mean it's easy. It's going to take a little bit of sweat equity, but you can definitely knock this out in an hour or two. Alrighty, so now you can see we've got a nice straight line across here. That's really important too, to make sure you have a straight line from this trench to that one. Otherwise your pipe's going to go in crooked, and you're going to be looking for it to come out on one side, and it's going to be buried under the dirt. See if we can get a decent view down in here, and then the other side. Now, whatever you're trying to run through here, make sure your guide is larger. We're running 1.5 inch pipe through here is the goal. So we're going to send a 2-inch under. 2 inch is great for any kind of electrical, if you're going to run any extension cords or wire some backyard lights somewhere. I don't know why you'd have a sidewalk like this in your backyard, but
You never know.
You never know. So we're gonna go ahead and start sending this 2-inch through, see how clogged up it gets, and if we can just do it without any kind of water at first. Pretty much all you're doing here, taking a rubber mallet or hammer, and you're just gonna knock that PVC pipe a couple inches in, slide it back out, and empty out the dirt, and continue doing that process. That way it doesn't get too compact inside that PVC line to where it's hard to wash out. Alright, took about, I don't know, hammering that thing maybe 10 minutes, if that, but looks like we're through. Go ahead, send the camera down on the other side and confirm. There's a lot of moisture in the center under the sidewalk, so a lot of that crap was getting stuck up in the pipe, and it was a little difficult to shake it out. But you can see the pipe there, and hopefully you can see some daylight through it. We're just gonna turn the hose on real quick inside that pipe and just wash it out. That way we can slide our line. So what we've got here is we just slid this 1.5 inch pipe into that 2-inch, and now just a quick jet right through there. Just a little bit, and we can slide our 1.5 inch pipe a little bit more. Now this isn't a huge deal for our installation exactly because we're running a sump system, and this is going to be the pipe that we connect our sump pump to. So any dirt that's in there, this thing would actually just completely pump out. But if you're running some kind of electrical or you just want a cleaner guideline through there, just jet bit by bit, and you can see the water's coming out on that end. So I'm gonna go ahead, snake this guy all the way through, and start connecting my pipe. All right, and just like that, we have our line that we need snaked through. If you guys were doing it with electrical, you could do that through a 2-inch pipe, no problem. We're running 1.5 inch PVC for a sump pump system, which is gonna come up here to a pop-up emitter. So that pretty much concludes how you get under a sidewalk. This took, all in all, with me filming, removing the sod, hammering through the pipe, getting the materials, clearing out the pipe, and snaking through our other line, I think about 45 minutes. Good thing about digging this way is, compared to using a pressure washer and hydrojetting, is you're not gonna remove all the soil around, so you're not gonna lose any kind of structure, except for that first about foot where you have the shovel, but you also have easy access to backfill that. So you're not gonna lose any structural integrity doing it this way. All the space that's gone in there, all the void that's gone, is just from that 2-inch pipe, which is great. So you're not gonna have that sidewalk collapse in 2 or 3 years down the road. So this is a really good way. If you guys have rock, don't even try it, but this way does work for dense clay, for soil obviously, and sandy soil. It works fantastic. Thank you guys for watching. Check out our videos for more exterior drainage tips and videos, DIY installations and stuff like that. See you guys in the next one.